Welcome to the cosmopolitan city of Singapore, a state-of-the-art capital bursting with energy and a fascinating mix of culture, art and architecture. From the 5th to the 16th of June, Singapore hosted the 28th edition of the Southeast Asian Games, the region's biggest multi-sports event which embodies the strong sports heritage of the nation. The biennial SEA Games has grown in strength in recent years with more sports on the programme and increasing participation levels. Sailing is firmly in the lineup of 35 sports with 20 different sailing events for men and women.
Well, I think it's important to host the Games for Singapore in this case because it's been 22 years since the last time, and it's good to showcase what Singapore can do for in this case, sailing fraternity with the fair winds that we have here and of course fantastic facilities which we have built, especially when we just created this new sail loft. So we did have a special event for that night and all the sailors got together. It's a good time to bond in a nice environment. I think that's important to show to our sailing fraternity in this part of the world.
Singapore's National Sailing Centre hosted the sailing and the venue was alive with activity as teams got ready for day one. Epic clashes in the Optimist team racing saw nations pitch their best under-16 sailors against each other. Thailand's team, the defending title holders, were determined to make an early impression and gain valuable points during the opening round-robin stage. But they met their match as Singapore's young sailors, runners-up in 2013, put the pressure on. The game was raised higher on day two by shifty weather on the racetrack. Malaysia took control, hunting down their opponents and, after some intense battles, came out on top, securing the gold medal to thunderous cheering from their teammates on the beach. Singapore just couldn't make the final attack, finishing second, third to Thailand. The triumph of the human spirit lay at the heart of the Southeast Asian Games and the Games' theme, which was Celebrate the Extraordinary, as well as for the athletes pursuing dreams of success. Sailing is a diverse sport offering a range of boat types, sailing styles and racing formats. The 20 sailing events at the SEA Games require a mix of skills, and it takes years of dedication and commitment to achieve front-of-fleet results. Understanding the racetrack is essential as sailors hunt out wind shifts to find the advantage. Competition is hard and intense. One team's tactical move will force another team to make a counter move. Mastering manoeuvres, mark roundings and anticipating how a rival's threat can be dealt with rewards teams with tactical and speed advantage around the course. Alongside the racing experience, athletes and visitors at the Southeast Asian Games had the opportunity to soak up the atmosphere and festival experience from the numerous cultural and fringe activities taking place throughout the city. The grey start of typical morning rain on day 4 of the 28th Southeast Asian Games did not dampen spirits though, as sailors will happily face whatever the weather throws at them. A buzz of positive energy could be felt throughout the boat park as sailors geared up ready for racing. More events kicked off each day with the 470, 420 and 49er FX events showcasing a hotbed of talent in the two-person men and women's dinghy classes. Two-person classes rely on the same basic principles of teamwork, communication, synergy and synchronization. Critical factors that guarantee a winning performance.
For today's races, it was alright. I mean, the Singaporeans are really good. They've been training for 3 years now and we just started this year, so I'm pretty happy.
Boats have different hull shapes, sail shapes and sail areas and react differently depending on the weather conditions. Athletes must trim sails to the wind to drive optimum speed and in the breeze get planing above the water. As the podium deciding races approached, the rivalry and competition increased. The medal race, the final race of the series, counts for double points, intensifies the challenge and keeps the door wide open for podium contenders. Managing the medal race pressure is a skill in itself. Racing close to shore, spectators cheered their favourites. In the laser radial under-19 male division, Singapore's Bernie Chin underlined his superiority by winning the medal race to seal the prestigious crown and gold medal. Thailand's Apiwat Sringam took silver, Indonesia's Akman Zainuddin bronze.
For example, being happy when I do well and being sad when I do badly, I learn to accept these feelings and actually just forget about them and just look forward to the next race. Even if I do badly in one, I can still make a comeback in the second one. I'm very happy right now to be able to do well and help Singapore get another gold medal at a major game.
The RSX men medal race was a two-way battle for silver, as Thailand's Natapong Phonaparat already had gold in the bag. Singapore's Leonard Ong excelled under the pressure and managed the fleet skillfully to seize the medal race win and celebrate silver medal success. Indonesia's Sulaksana Oka wrapped up bronze. Another great spectacle in the RSX women's medal race, as there was an epic clash unfolding between Singapore and Thailand, who went into the race 1 point apart. Audrey Yong dug deep, giving everything on the racetrack to claim the medal race win and take gold under the eyes of home fans. Ever present in attack, Thailand's Siripon Kewang Nungam couldn't exploit the medal race opportunity and secured silver. Bronze went to Indonesia's Hoiria. Memorable moments for all winners who celebrated to warm applause at the medal ceremony. In races 7 and 8 for the 49er FX women's fleet, the breeze guaranteed thrilling racing. The skiffs flew at speed above the water. This new Olympic class is the fastest competing in the Southeast Asian Games and probably offers the most dramatic racing. The final race of the Optimist class saw points close as podium places swapped on each leg of the race. In the boys' fleet, the medal race win gave gold to Malaysia's Mohammed Fauzi Kaman Shah. Silver went to Thailand and bronze to Singapore. In the girls, Singapore's Jodie Xuan Yi Lai finished the medal race in second to claim gold. Silver went to Thailand, bronze to Malaysia. On to the final day of racing at the Southeast Asian Games, and the medal racetrack for 3 classes was set up in stunning Marina Bay. In the fight to the end for medals, close stadium racing and shifty weather were the main challenges.
It's a beautiful place. Audience, the people around, the public are just walking around the reservoir and looking at the racing, and it's a lot closer than in the open sea. The companies who are situated in the buildings are looking down and looking at the racing, so it's a wonderful experience for them.
After a small delay waiting for the wind to fill in, racing kicked off for the laser men's team racing. The final between the 3 boat teams of Malaysia and Singapore was tough and incredibly close in points. Ever present in attack, Malaysia came out on top, sealing gold. Silver went to Singapore. In the laser radial team race, Singapore won the first race, but it only postponed their agony. A second close match gave the win at top billing to Malaysia, doubling their gold medals in team racing. The final in the keelboat men's match racing event was the third event of the day, featuring a head-to-head between the Philippines and Singapore. The advantage of home waters saw Singapore lead for most of the first match, but a mistake near the finish cost them the win. Victory in the medal-deciding Match 2 again went to the Philippines, securing their first ever gold medal in the match racing event. Medal ceremonies took place against the impressive skyscraper skyline of Singapore, bringing the 28th edition of the Southeast Asian Games to a memorable close. An inspirational closing ceremony celebrated achievements and friendships made.